So you're telling me you can get paid to buy a home? Are you kidding? What? Actually, you can get paid to buy a home, and I'm going to tell you why today. My name is Rachel Inman, your smart mortgage guide. I'm here to tell you how we are able to help a buyer get paid at closing on their home loan. But first, let's talk about who typically pays closing costs, what are closing costs, and can they be negotiated? So typically, the seller of the home pays both real estate agents and their own closing costs, and typically the buyer of the home pays their own down payment and their own closing costs. So let's talk about what makes up those closing costs. Closing costs for the buyer typically include processing and underwriting fees for the lender, your appraisal fee, credit report, flood certification for the property, a title search, lenders and owners' title insurance, your time at the attorney's office and their prep work for your closing. It also includes taxes like city and state taxes, including recording fees. And you'll also pay some prepaids, meaning you'll prepay for your first full year of homeowners insurance and you'll prepay some property taxes. And in addition to that, we'll set up what's called an escrow account for you where you supply a monthly contribution towards homeowners insurance and property taxes, and we'll collect some of that as well before closing. So a variety of things make up your closing costs. So can closing cost assistance be negotiated in your home sale contract? And the answer is, it depends, and I know that's not the answer you wanted to hear, but you should reach out to your professional real estate agent to help you make this decision. In a seller's market where it is a little harder to buy a home because there's more competing offers out there, it may not be in your best interest to ask for closing costs. In a buyer's market, you may have a lot of room to ask for closing costs. However, today is in a seller's market, and we were able to get the buyers closing cost assistance to cover not only their closing costs, but also pay off some debt using the VA home loan because they were veterans. So let's talk about that. So this veteran was using the VA home loan, which means on a VA loan, you can actually ask for more closing cost assistance than closing costs that you have on the home. So our closing cost on this home was right at $9,000 because it was a $300,000 home purchase. 3% equals $9,000. So they need to pay $9,000 at closing. So what we did was we asked for $11,000 in closing costs. We paid the closing costs of $9,000, and then we were able to put $2,000 towards any debt that the buyer had, which happened to be a car payment. And so we paid off their car loan at closing, and they bought their home with zero cash out of pocket. So this buyer was essentially able to buy their home with zero cash out of pocket, and we paid off their car loan with $2,000 left, and they walked into their new home feeling a little bit more debt-free and happy to keep all their savings in their account. So this buyer was able to essentially make money on their closing and pay off some debt and feel better walking into their new home. If you like today's content, please hit the like button below. And if you would like more content like this, please subscribe. YouTube thinks that you'll like this video next.